Welcome to the S.U.C.C.E.S.S podcast, a place for deep reflection, strategic thinking, and meaningful personal growth. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and click the like button so you never miss a journey toward a better version of yourself. In this episode, we'll take a thoughtful, powerful look at framework that has transformed the way we understand success, not just as an end goal, but as a deeply human, evolving, and strategic journey. Today's episode is titled Success Framework for Shaping Personal Fulfillment. Developed by Mohammed Hayden Rachman, the Success Framework is a holistic guide to becoming your best self by integrating 7 essential elements: smart understanding, understanding context, creativity, clarity, exploration, strategy, and synthesis. Together, these form the acronym S.U.C.C.E.S.S, a model not just of achievement, but of transformation. Let's begin with fundamental truth. Many people chase success based on borrowed definitions. For some, success means wealth. For others, fame. For still others, it's about status and title. But in the quiet moments, when external rewards fade, many of us still feel a void because we pursued someone else's version of success. True success, according to this framework, transcends external markers. It weaves together purpose, consistent personal growth, and meaningful contribution. It's not only about where we're going, but who we become along the way. And that's where the success framework begins, with a deep dive into ourselves. The first pillar is smart understanding. This isn't merely about intelligence or knowledge. It's about self-awareness. It's the ability to pause, look within, and ask, who am I really? What gives my life meaning? What are my deepest values? What I thrive most? Smart understanding invites us to see both our light and our shadow with compassion and clarity. Through reflective journaling, deep conversations with mentors, or meditative practices, we begin to know ourselves, not the version shaped by pressure or past expectations, but the authentic core that guides our true direction. This leads to the second element, understanding context. No life unfolds in a vacuum. Our journey is shaped by the society we live in, the roles we play, and the people we care about. Understanding context means developing situational awareness. What are the forces around us, social, cultural, professional, that influence our path? What obligations or opportunities exist in our family, community, or workplace? This pillar teaches that self-awareness without contextual awareness is incomplete. We must be able to adapt to the world we live in while still holding true to our values. It's a dance between inner compass and outer navigation. Once we know who we are and where we stand, the third pillar invites us to act. Creativity. Here, creativity is not limited to painting or composing music. It's the adaptive intelligence that helps us build solutions, reframe challenges, and design lives that reflect our unique purpose. Think of the person who turns a limitation into a launch pad, who reimagines a stressful routine into a joyful ritual, or who starts a business that solves a problem they once faced. This is creativity at its most practical and most powerful. Through creativity, we claim authorship of our story. We stop copying and start creating. But creativity must be channeled, and that's where clarity comes in, the fourth element. Clarity is the antidote to busyness without direction. It's the inner stillness that allows us to set meaningful goals and focus our attention. Clarity asks, what truly matters? What does a successful day, year, or life look like for me? Many of us live distracted by urgency, emails, errands, endless obligations. But clarity restores our ability to choose what's important over what's merely immediate. When we develop clarity, we gain the courage to say no to what doesn't serve our deeper purpose, and yes to what does, even if it scares us. Next, we have exploration. This fifth element reminds us that growth happens at the edges of comfort. Exploration is a mindset that values curiosity over certainty. It's about trying new things, learning from failure, seeking feedback, and engaging with unfamiliar ideas. Whether it's reading widely, experimenting with a new habit, or joining a conversation with someone from a different background, exploration expands our possibilities. The truly successful person isn't the one who always knows what to do. It's the one who's always willing to learn. With exploration, we become lifelong students of life. Now that we build a strong foundation of insight and curiosity, it's time to chart the path forward through strategy. Strategy turns dreams into actionable steps. Without a strategy, Even the most inspiring vision remains a fantasy. With strategy, we begin to ask, what are my short-term and long-term goals? What obstacles might I face? And how can I prepare for them? What habits or systems can support my progress? Strategy isn't rigid. It's responsive. It helps us build a roadmap that's both grounded and flexible, allowing us to respond to changes while staying aligned with our destination. Finally, the seventh and culminating element, synthesis. Synthesis is where everything comes together. It's the integration of who we are, what we know, and what we're building. Synthesis is the point where knowledge becomes wisdom and action becomes contribution. It's where our personal development touches the lives of others, in our family, our community, and our world. At this stage, success is no longer just about personal gain. It's about shared growth, legacy, and impact. It's about lifting others as we rise. Synthesis is where your story becomes part of something larger. As we reflect on all 7 elements, smart understanding context, creativity, clarity, exploration, strategy, and synthesis, we begin to see success not as a fixed point, but as a dynamic journey. Each element feeds the next. Understanding leads to action. Action leads to reflection. And reflection leads to transformation. What's beautiful about the success framework is its versatility. You can use it in your personal life to make more intentional decisions. You can use it in your career to grow with purpose and direction. You can bring it into relationships to foster deeper understanding and connection. You can even teach it to your children, employees, or students as a life tool for resilient, meaningful success. And yet, what makes the framework truly profound is that it is cyclical, not linear. Once you reach synthesis, you don't stop. You return to deeper levels of smart understanding. Each success you experience invites you to begin again with new insights, fresh goals, and evolving purpose. The success framework becomes a lifelong compass, not just for achieving, but for becoming. So, how do you begin using the success framework today? Start with a journal. Ask yourself, what does success really mean to me, beyond the expectations of others? Reflect on the choices you make daily. Do they move you toward clarity, creativity, and contribution? Take time to assess your context, what supports you and what may need to change. Commit to a habit of exploration. Choose one new thing to try this week and observe how it stretches you. Build a simple strategy, just 1 or 2 clear goals and daily actions. And at the end of the week, synthesize. What did you learn? How did you grow? What can you give back? You don't have to wait for the perfect plan. You simply need the courage to begin. As we close this episode of the S.U.C.C.E.S.S podcast, remember this: success is not a place you arrive at, but a path you walk every day with intention. It is shaped not just by what you accomplish, but by who you become in the process. The success framework invites you to walk this path with clarity, creativity, and compassion. Let it be your companion as you craft a life that is meaningful, evolving, and truly yours. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If this message resonated with you, please share it with someone you care about. Don't forget to subscribe to the S.U.C.C.E.S.S podcast and click the like button so you can continue growing with us on this journey of knowledge and purpose. Until next time, be curious, be intentional, and stay true to your evolving definition of success.